Here's how to properly get a girl's phone number if you're meeting her out and about. Maybe you're out with friends, you're at dinner, maybe you're at bars and clubs, maybe you're out just, going around town. Let's say that you meet a girl for the first time, you guys are talking, you guys are jiving, first conversation, and you need to close her contact information. You need to get her phone number. Here's exactly how to do it. Okay, most guys are doing this all wrong. Biggest mistake that they're making is they're asking the girl for her phone number, then they're saving her number into their phone and then texting and following up, and they're getting ghosted. Or sometimes guys say, "Can I have your Instagram?" And she obliges and gives him her Instagram. He follows her. She never follows him back. And then he starts chasing her in the DMs. This is how you avoid all of that. And this is exactly how you get a phone number and close contact information if you're vibing with somebody that you're meeting for the first time. So towards the end of the conversation, what typically happens is you'll say something along the lines of, "We should stay in touch," to which she agrees, right? So that's the first layer of compliance, is that you need to suggest a possibility of hanging out in the future. It doesn't have to be an exact date, time, place. It could be possibly this or maybe that, and we should stay in touch. Then the answer is yes. What you say immediately after that is going to be, "Cool, grab my number." So this is the second layer of compliance. She has to agree to grabbing your phone number. Okay, so what that means is that she needs to bring out her phone and she needs to save your number into her phone. If women are pushing back on any of this in the process, it tells you exactly what you need to know about where you stand, and you should probably just, leave her alone. If it's hard to get her contact info, it's going to be impossible to get her on a date. So you say, "Let's stay in touch." She says yes, and you say, "Grab my phone number," and she says okay. She pulls out her phone, and then what you do is you take the phone from her and then you do it yourself. So you actually go ahead and put your phone number into her phone and save your contact information into her phone. But you don't just stop there. Okay, once your contact info is saved into her phone, what I want you to do is go to your contact and then send yourself a message. So it brings up the text messages, it brings up the iPhone messaging because you're a normal person and you have an iPhone, or she does. And so what you do then is you actually bring up the photo on her phone. So you've saved your number, you bring up the photo part in the messages, then you say, "Come get in this picture with me real quick." And then you take a picture of the two of you. Okay, this part's really important. It's another layer of compliance, but I'll get to why this is important in a second. So now you send that photo to yourself from her phone. Okay, so now what's happened is whenever she sees the message again, whenever you come back to this thread, not only does it remind you of who she is, not only does it remind her of who you are, but it also gives you an idea of where you were at the time that you met and the way that you guys were feeling in that moment. So send the picture to yourself, and then you can also send yourself a text message and say, "Hey, Brian, it's Christina. I think you're really cute. Haha." Send yourself that text message, and then you give the phone back to her and you can say, "Looks like you already sent me a text." Okay, that's like beginner level. That's layer one. That's level one. That is like going to change the game for you. If you can just start doing that, that's going to make your, phone numbers and everything just like way warmer and way stickier. Now here's the advanced level. Okay, if you want to get super advanced, is after you send the picture, after you send the text message, "Hey Brian, it's Christina, nice meeting you, you're super cute, haha." Then actually keep going and then go onto her Instagram now and then say, you have Instagram, right? And then go onto Instagram and then follow yourself from her Instagram profile. And then say, "Okay, cool." And I'd actually even put myself on her close friends list if things are going really well. So now she has texted me. She has sent me a photo of us. She has complimented me through text message. She's following me on Instagram, and she's added me to her close friends. Now, I did all of that myself, and then I give the phone back to her. Now this is a very solid contact. This is how you avoid, getting ghosted. This is how you avoid all of this different stuff. And honestly, the way that you've set this up now is that she's in your funnel long-term on Instagram in case the, text messaging goes south or it goes cold. But you can just very easily, about an hour after you meet the girl, reply to the text that you'd sent yourself and just say, "Haha, fun meeting you as well. I think you're cute too." And you might be able to pick up that conversation from there and then meet up with that woman later on that night. Implement that framework. Implement that strategy. Stop asking for phone numbers. Start asking if you can have a girl's Instagram. Take the fucking lead and have confidence and have balls. And what you're going to find is that you get massive success. Hope that's helpful, guys. Peace out.